Welcome to the United Updates channel, home of Manchester United latest news. Manchester United open to selling Anthony Martial. Story by Samuel Luckhurst, chief Manchester United writer. Anthony Martial has only scored 6 goals in an injury-laden season, and Man United are aiming to cash in on the Frenchman. Manchester United are aiming to sell Anthony Martial in the summer amid plans to sign a new long-term striker. The Manchester Evening News understands Martial is among the players United have listed to sell at the end of the season. United captain Harry Maguire and fullback Alex Tellesm are also among the players who will be made available to buy. United decided to classify Martial as sellable before his latest injury setback last week. Martial returned from a 2.5-week absence to score as a substitute in the League Cup semi-final second-leg win over Nottingham Forest on Wednesday. However, he withdrew from the squad for the Premier League defeat of Crystal Palace 3 days later. Martial, 27, has missed 20 of United's 34 games this season, and he has been absent for a total of 16 weeks through 5 separate injury layoffs. The Frenchman is under contract until 2024, and United have the option of an additional year, so the upcoming summer transfer window is a prime time to try and cash in on Martial. There's something really special going on. Raphael Varane on Manchester United under Ten Hag. Story by Samuel Luckhurst, chief Manchester United writer. Raphael Varane is optimistic the glory days are coming back to Man United as they approach a vital period of the season. Raphael Varane believes Manchester United are experiencing something special under Ten Hag amid their fine form. United rose to third in the Premier League with their 2-1 win against Crystal Palace on Saturday, are in the League Cup final, through to the 5th round of the FA Cup, and face Barcelona in a 2-legged Europa League playoff later this month. We're all enjoying playing together, and that can be seen on the pitch, and you can see from the results that there's a very positive dynamic about the team, Varane said. We're adapting to the new manager, and there's a good understanding between us all now. We know exactly how he wants us to play, and that shows on the pitch too. We are comfortable with how he wants us to defend, how to mount attacks, and how to manage the match, and we're all pretty relaxed and progressing with confidence. We've really put in a lot of hard work, in training and during video sessions, working on the details, and thus creating programmed responses to situations. So the results are there to see, and now it's just about continuity, keeping on in the same vein. I love playing, and I was saying the very same thing just the other day to Casemiro. There's something really special going on here, a real buzz about the place, and emotions are running high. I'm really glad that I've integrated so well into the team and to my life over here. Manchester United duo named in Garth Crooks' Premier League Team of the Week. Story by George Smith. Man United beat Crystal Palace 2-1 at Old Trafford on Saturday to move up to third in the Premier League table. Former Tottenham Hotspur striker Garth Crooks has included Manchester United duo David De Gea and Marcus Rashford in his Premier League Team of the Week. United, who host Leeds United at Old Trafford on Wednesday evening, climbed up to third in the Premier League table on Saturday afternoon with a 2-1 win over Crystal Palace. Goals from Bruno Fernandes and Rashford either side of the halftime intervals sealed a hard-fought win for the Reds, securing them a 13th successive home win in the process. Fernandes gave United a 7th-minute lead from the penalty spot before Rashford doubled their advantage just after the hour mark, finishing off a sublime team move with a striker's finish from inside the penalty area. Casemiro was sent off just 8 minutes later for violent conduct, meaning the Reds faced a Palace onslaught in the closing stages. Jeffrey Schlupp pulled 1 goal back with just under a quarter of an hour remaining, setting up a tense finale, but United held on to extend their winning run at home. However, they would have been disappointed not to have added another clean sheet to their tally, with De Gea denied the chance to register his 9th shutout in the Premier League this season. Nevertheless, it was a strong performance from the Spaniard in the eyes of BBC Sport pundit Crooks. The save from Marc Guéhi's point-blank header was De Gea at his best, Crooks told BBC Sport. With little more than 20 minutes left to play and United down to 10 men against Crystal Palace, after Casemiro had been sent off for violent conduct, the Spanish keeper kept his side's hopes of winning alive. Such was the quality of the save, his teammates were compelled to congratulate him. Recent media speculation suggests De Gea is close to signing a new contract at Old Trafford. If I were manager Ten Hag, I would make it my top priority. Rashford, meanwhile, is in blistering form right now, so much so that he has scored 11 goals in all competitions since the campaign resumed in late December following the World Cup. On Rashford's inclusion in his Team of the Week, Crooks added, "It's very hard not to recognise Manchester United's transformation under Ten Hag without also acknowledging Rashford's continued goal-scoring exploits under the new regime. Rashford lost his form and focus last season and his game suffered as a consequence. However, with 19 goals since the arrival of Ten Hag, the England striker has recaptured his goal-scoring prowess and put United on course for a top 4 finish." Gary Neville explains why Manchester United should not appeal Casemiro's red card. Story by George Smith. Man United will be without Casemiro for their next 3 Premier League games after he was sent off against Crystal Palace. Former Manchester United captain Gary Neville believes the club would be taking too big a risk if they attempt to have Casemiro's red card from Saturday's 2-1 win over Crystal Palace overturned. The Brazilian, who has been outstanding since joining the Reds from Real Madrid last summer, was dismissed with 70 minutes on the clock after a coming together with Palace midfielder Will Hughes. The 30-year-old appeared to grab the former Derby County ace by the neck in the middle of a melee that broke out following Jeffrey Schlupp's rough challenge on Antony. VAR took a close look at the incident and ordered on-field referee André Mariner to go over to the pitchside monitor and review it. The angle Mariner was shown offered strong evidence that Casemiro had got his hands wrapped around Hughes' neck. However, an alternative angle, which was released later, showed Casemiro had got hold of Hughes' shirt collar. He was dismissed for violent conduct, meaning he will miss each of United's next 3 Premier League fixtures. Manager Erik Ten Hag, speaking after the game, confirmed that United will think about appealing the decision. However, if unsuccessful in their efforts, Casemiro's ban could be stretched to 4 matches, ruling him out of the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle United at Wembley on February 26. With that in mind, Neville does not believe United should risk the possibility of having the midfielder's ban extended, insisting they should be able to cope in back-to-back clashes with Leeds United and a home tussle against Leicester City without him. Neville, speaking on his Sky Sports podcast, said, "He'll never get off. It's too big of a risk. They could risk another game and they could increase it so they won't appeal it. I think they'll feel they can get through the 3 games. It'll be difficult for Ten Hag because he's been the most important player for Manchester United, he's held the ball well in midfield and Eriksen is obviously out as well." This is Manchester United news for today. Stay tuned to the channel for daily news about the club. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe to it for more updates on Manchester United. Till next time, thank you for watching.